Wow. Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Canelo Alvarez came really close to losing his title of being pound for pound the best fighter against European and Caucasian fighters tonight. This fight wasn't supposed to be competitive, as DAZN's blow-by-blow announcer kept saying the entire night. Listen, guys, not only was this fight competitive, but Sergio Mora and Chris Mannix, who is Canelo Alvarez's biggest fan, they both had Billy Joe Saunders winning the fight at the time it was stopped, or at least at the time Billy Joe Saunders, he quit on the stool. To surmise the fight, Billy Joe Saunders was completely outboxing Canelo Alvarez for 8 rounds. Out of the 8 rounds, Canelo probably won about maybe 2 of those rounds, but Billy Joe Saunders, he started to take charge. He kept moving to his right. He knew when to tie up Canelo to take away a lot of the inside momentum. He even hurt Canelo just slightly with a left to the body. He threw a beautiful left to the body and followed it with a left up top. And you could see Canelo kind of fold a little bit, just reacting to the shot to the body. But later on in the 8th round, Canelo Alvarez, he caught Billy Joe Saunders with an uppercut that I think pretty much injured Billy Joe Saunders' eye. And after that, Billy, he was done. He said he couldn't see in his eye anymore. He probably broke his eye socket. Listen, guys, going into this fight, Canelo Alvarez, he said he is a much better fighter since he last fought the southpaw Erislandy Lara, which was like 6-7 years ago. So he had a lot of confidence going into this fight. It turns out Billy Joe Saunders, it could be argued Billy Joe actually did a better job against Canelo than Erislandy Lara did. So far, we see this pattern with Canelo Alvarez. And it's crazy because it's against the fighters that he likes to handpick. Canelo Alvarez was outboxed by an old, faded Sergey Kovalev, and then Kovalev got knocked out. Canelo was getting outboxed by Amir Khan, and then he knocked out Khan. He got outboxed by Erislandy Lara, and a lot of people believe he got a gift decision. And when Khan fought Terrence Crawford, he didn't come close to winning a single second of a round. This has always been the pattern with Canelo Alvarez when he fights decent boxers. I'm not even talking about like athletic, slick type of Floyd Mayweather, if you will, type boxers. Not even Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade type of boxers. Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant, and even Sergey Kovalev, they're good boxers, but they're not on the levels of the fighters that I just mentioned by way of contrast. I'd be lying if I tell you guys that Canelo Alvarez got exposed tonight, because he had already been exposed long time ago. They choose a fighter that they like, a fighter that they want to be the face of boxing. And they try to force it on us to call this man the best, the biggest thing in boxing. And every single time they pick someone, from Nonito Donaire to Golovkin to Chocolatito Roman Gonzalez, even Sergey Kovalev, because there was a time, believe it or not, when they were saying Kovalev was #1 pound for pound, the best fighter in the world. They pick all of these fighters, and then once you start to watch them fight, they start to look more and more vulnerable. They start to look more and more beatable. And then you come to the conclusion, man, if this guy steps up in competition, he's going to have all types of problems. And this happened to every single fighter I just mentioned that old media chose to become the face of boxing. I keep telling you guys, you can call whoever you want pound for pound the best fighter in the world. If it makes you feel good, you can call Canelo Alvarez the greatest fighter of all time. But the problem is, no matter what you say, no matter what old media tells us and feeds us, you cannot make the guys that you like better fighters. The truth is going to come out when these fighters get in the ring. And we keep seeing more and more truth the more Canelo Alvarez fights. Have you guys ever thought about this? When have you ever seen a fighter that was considered pound for pound the best fighter in the world look that mediocre consistently? When have you ever seen a pound for pound champion consistently getting outboxed by B and C level fighters? Guys, if Canelo is having these kind of problems with B and C level fighters, it's hard to believe that he's going to fight an A level fighter. And when I say A level fighter, I'm talking about one of those fights that are truly a 50-50 fight going in. And that would be against the likes of a David Benavidez, a Charlo, an Andrade, even a Bivol. Bivol said he's willing to come down to 168. And all the young up-and-coming prospects that are rising right now in the 168-pound division. See, right now, it's a weak division in terms of all the champions that are in the division, and that's the reason why Canelo wanted to unify at 168, where all the champions are Caucasian European, as opposed to unifying at 160, where all the other champions at the time he left were black. You know, guys, when Canelo just recently said he plans on fighting another 7 years, some people were like, wow, that didn't surprise me though, because I said to myself, man, he could fight another 15 years if he's going to continue to fight this level of opposition. But now I'm starting to question if he can even remain unbeaten against European Caucasian fighters, against B and C level opponents, against the guys that he handpicks. Because if you're struggling to beat your own cherry picks, boy, you better stay away from the real competition. But remember this, guys. Canelo and the fans are telling us that this version today, this version of Canelo Alvarez would have beat a Floyd Mayweather in his prime. Because according to Canelo Alvarez, he wasn't in his prime at 23 when he fought against Floyd. Did you just see what Billy Joe Saunders was able to do to him today? If Billy can do that to Canelo today, imagine a Floyd Mayweather. Imagine pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. But forget about the Floyd that moved up 5 weight classes. Imagine a Floyd Mayweather being a natural middleweight or a natural super middleweight at 23, fighting against this same Canelo that we just seen against Billy Joe Saunders. Man, you got to be kidding me. You guys already know what would happen, and I'm talking about all of you guys. To this day, Canelo Alvarez should be thanking God that he had to fight the old Floyd Mayweather and not the young Floyd Mayweather, not the prime Floyd Mayweather. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
An important message from Youth Fountain Laboratory, makers of VasoFlux and VasoFlux for Men. If you're over the age of 35 and over the years you've eaten pizza, dairy foods, deli meats, or meats with fat, you are likely to have some degree of plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. This increases your risk of suffering a stroke or heart attack exponentially, and no one wants such a catastrophic event to occur. Introducing Blackout. Blackout is made of all natural ingredients proven to help dissolve clots in the blood, remove calcium deposits and plaque from the walls of veins and arteries, improve viscosity of the blood, improve elasticity of the veins and arteries, treat varicose veins, and prevent the reoccurrence of plaque buildup. For more information, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856. And remember, to help unclog veins and arteries, get the Blackout.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Hello, my name is Dominic. I just got my procedure done here at South Carolina's. I was recommended by Dante's Boxing Nation, and it's real. You know, here's the results. The brother out here Brother Enoch is real, and it's a very, very, very good recommendation. I recommend it. 4 hours, you in, you out, and it's the rest of your life.
So if anyone in the world wants this hookup, make sure you contact my man Enoch at 704-499-3471 and make sure to follow him on Instagram.